Hey, what is up guys? Diplex here again. Hope everyone's had a good weekend. Now, before we get started with today's battle, I have a special announcement sponsored by Legion to make. And that is that I'm going to be showing off my very own Lenovo Legion Y720 Cube in about a day or so. It is so hot right now in Sweden. It is about 85 degrees Fahrenheit outside, which is about 30 degrees Celsius. And it's almost impossible to game indoors. But look at this thing. I think we're gonna take it for a spin. I'm going to be gaming using this computer on my balcony. So look forward to that video. It's gonna be uploaded in a couple of days and we're gonna have a good look at this computer. It's so easy, I can hold it in one hand. And I'm not even that strong. So super excited. It'll be a very special video for sure, something I've never done before, and I hope you guys will enjoy it. So check out the link in the description box below to find out all the details about this system, and I'll see you guys soon again.
Slowly fall back.
Okay. New holes.
Apparently I am squad lead now for some reason.
Hold the stairs.
Nade.
Come in.
Alright guys, the battle is on. We went live only a few minutes ago. And it's gonna be a hot one for sure. We have insurgent forces now storming the building.
Okay. Force it down.
Peek and hold the door. Just keep
Alpha,
corners.
hold
Pull
position,
back
Alpha,
slowly.
hold position.
One down. Take a fire from the door.
Knee holes.
Hey,
Knee
Fiber,
run
Fiber,
upwards.
please don't stand there in case a grenade comes in here.
So, Scartaz is doing an amazing job here of role-playing a wounded and scared British officer of very noble birth. He is a high-value target and in need of evac. So the remaining British platoon present on the battlefield are tasked with basically protecting and securing the stranded squad, which would be Squad 3 in this very building. And they also have to eliminate 2 anti-air emplacements before they can safely evacuate the officer and the rest of the squad. So it's a pretty interesting sort of search and rescue scenario. But it is also very special to me because it is the first time I get to enjoy British forces in a Squad Ops event.
Why is it always raining?
It's the UK, so it's always raining. In our hearts, it's always raining.
We have a lot of insurgents in the nearby buildings. We have the rest of this squad across the street and another fire team on the other side of this crossroads here, or junction. So that is interesting indeed. We have one guy covering the stairs, and we have a few more here on the first floor. Now, British forces are starting to get close, though. So one of the squads, or the remains of what used to be a full squad, are now starting to get quite close. I think they're going to try and knock out any insurgent presence in the building, possibly nearby as well if they can find them. And then they're going to try and evacuate poor Scartaz up here. Wounded and scared.
One warrior. I'm taking command.
Okay, right now the
Volker has understood.
the British forces have lost one warrior, which is a shame. Probably to insurgent AT. They have a few motorcycle teams roaming the battlefield. So that is something they were expecting, but it's a shame. That's a pretty big blow to British morale and of course fighting efficiency. We've got a lot of insurgents here surrounding the
Stay safe, slow movement.
stranded squad.
Squad 4, what's your situation?
And a few more insurgents are now leaving the building across the street here to group up with the other insurgents in here to potentially try and storm the building. Actually, they're going to leave them in here as long as they can watch their only exit, they should be fine. Right now, they're just getting grouped up here. They're not gonna storm the building. They know it's a suicide mission. There's at least another, well, there's half a dozen men in there, and they've got pretty much, well, the second floor covered. Oh, did they place an IED? That would be brilliant. So they're evacuating the second floor now. They're all up on the fourth floor.
Oh, hi, Earl. Ivor, that's the roof.
Yeah. Shit me.
I'm gonna say, you're gonna run roof?
No, I'm
So we have 6 British soldiers now on the fourth floor.
Shit. Just
Not in the best of spots.
Either that
There's a
was the
few
IED
insurgents here
or
in the
just
opposite
push
building.
automatic.
They must know of their presence. I wonder why they aren't focusing on any of the windows. Possibly because they think the Brits are smarter than to stick their heads out. We do have the squad leader here, though, who's getting quite close to one of the windows. And I'm sure an insurgent or two is keeping their eyes on these windows now. Yeah, squad lead is going to return fire to protect the Earl. Look at him. Stay down, stay down. He's not the Earl. I think that's just a slight mistitling, but he's the son of a very
Okay.
copy.
noble person.
285, building 285, high rise the floor. He was in there. Earl, you stay there.
Okay, so he is an Earl. And he sounds frightened. Not everyone is meant for the army. That is for sure.
Squad 3, we just took contact
can't
on the
blame
other
him.
side of the road, west building.
He
on
has
Fox Street.
lost his shit.
Fox 866. Fox 866.
Well, there's a safe distance.
Squad 4, we could use some assistance
Oh,
if you
yeah,
would
that-
be able
the
to
other
move
building.
south.
Yeah, right.
Okay, firm. On the move.
Okay, so Squad 3 is going to call in some
Second floor.
assistance.
Second to top.
I wonder why they evacuated. I think it sounded like a grenade. Perhaps they thought someone placed an IED of some sorts.
Warrior,
So they're moving up in the opposite building now.
The west side of the map.
It's not a bad idea.
On the main road.
I wonder what they're trying to do, though. They seem a
on the
little.
western road.
They seem a little
I bet you that IED
confused.
root us out. It's meant to keep us from retreating.
The ID?
Oh, so they did place an IED. They did hear it, and it's not meant to kill them. It's meant to prevent them from escaping. We're gonna see if we can find the IED. It should be here on the bottom floor. This is the second floor. This is where they evacuated. This is where they had the firefight, and this is ground floor, just below first floor. And I can't find an IED in here, but it ought to. Is that it? That is some sort of a rock. Probably not an IED. A rock is usually not an improvised explosive device.
ID bottom floor. ID bottom floor.
They're communicating now with.
Okay, thank you. Not gonna come to you then. I'm gonna count this as linking up though. We linked up. Yeah, we linked up. We're fine.
They're screaming at each other now across the street. But they are now aware of the fact that there's an insurgent IED somewhere down here, possibly first floor or ground floor. So that is something. Oh shit! There goes a rocket. Is that the Earl down? No, the Earl is still good. He's shaken, possibly stirred as well, and he's not capable of defending himself. So he's dropped.
The other guy, Walrus, could you guys?
He's
could you
dropped
guys stay in the building
all
to the
weapons.
direct West, the high rise on the direct west.
If you really
Your Highness. He's not the king. It's a little unclear of what he is. Is he an earl? Is he?
Okay, yeah, stay there, stay there.
He's not royalty, but he is nobility of some sort. So, high value target. High value target. Possibly also, perhaps, friends with the queen. So, I can understand why they've scrambled a platoon here to rescue his lordship. Yes. So, we've got
This is one. Do you need the warrior support anywhere? Because we're kind of
still got insurgents here on the other side of the street, and what they're trying to do is to keep reinforcements from getting into the building. But I have to give him credit for placing an IED down on the bottom floor. I mean, they have to kill the trigger man they have to kill the trigger man first. Another big explosion back there, and I think a second warrior just went down. Yeah, I think the second warrior.
There's a smoke from warrior down. We got IED.
Yeah, they got IED'd, probably by a motorcycle crew of some sort. So that that warrior is down. We're gonna go ahead and refresh the silhouettes quickly so that we can see everything going down. There we go. So they did kill an insurgent soldier as well. He is dead, but they've lost both warriors now. So all armored support is now lost.
Squad 4, as you may know, there's a squad north of us right now.
Okay, friendlies are coming in. They're clearing the rest of the building. I think the insurgents knows that it's reinforcements. They're not gonna activate the explosive yet. They're gonna wait until they try and get out. That could be a really, really nasty explosion.
Friendly's top floor, top floor. Friendly's. That's the roof, that's the roof.
Stop going up.
Interesting. I mean, honestly, like, if the Brits keep pouring in troops here into the building, what will that do? They're gonna limit their ability to affect the battlefield. You have like a dozen guys in here now. Rocket away. So Squad 4 has moved in from the north now, and they're starting to engage the nearby insurgent troops. Once again, the trigger man needs to be killed before they can safely evacuate this building. And there are some... Ooh, that AA gun up there is opening up. So they need to destroy the AA guns as well. But the insurgents are also tasked with killing the members of the stranded squad. So they're not really putting all too much work into sort of storming the building. Of course, they do have the IED, which is a devastating asset, but the Brits have to focus on finding the trigger man first. I do believe he could be down here. So they've got this door covered here, and they have a few more eyes facing the north as well. So Squad 4 is moving in with what's left of them. They seem to be down to 4 men, and I'm not sure what squad number it is, but one squad did approach from the south. They too are 4 left. 2 are in the building and 2 are in the neighboring one here. I do believe we... Oh! AA gun has found taste for the neighboring building here. It's weird that it wasn't communicated to them that the stranded squad was located in this building, because that AA gun could have opened up a lot more and previously. Where is his lordship?
Go inside the stairwell.
He's over there. Okay, he should be somewhat safe. Insurgent gunner on the rooftop here, opposite of the stranded squad. That is actually a squad leader. They're doing their best to suppress the squad, to keep them combat inactive. And the Brits inside are doing their best to return fire. It's nice to see. It is a nicely slow-paced, realistic urban battle. It's awesome to see, actually. So we're going to open up the minimap real quick, because things are actually going down here now. Like, the north side of the city is starting to empty out. We have Squad 1 and 5 on the right side of the minimap. They are simply defending the AA emplacements. So we have one squad over there with a few soldiers in a neighboring building. And we have another full squad in the building north of the southern AA emplacement. They too should have a few soldiers loose on the ground. Potentially also, perhaps, part of a few reconnaissance or AT teams mobile in the city. Possibly also now killed in action during their combat with the British warriors, who are now no longer active as well. They too were destroyed. I think we will see... I think we will see them try and link up with the rest of the British platoon that has now gotten themselves somewhat stranded here. Now the entire platoon has become somewhat surrounded. And in English today, I don't know why. I should be drinking tea instead of coffee, but that would be a lot more fitting to the battle itself. But it is interesting to follow for sure.
2 people per room. That includes the main center archway. So we need to spread out. We need to make sure that if they come in here, they won't be able to just wipe us all off.
What about having
Wait,
you guys
what?
one floor down?
Okay, that's not the arrow, but we've got another casualty here on the top floor.
Yeah, they have it really ranged out.
Hey, Scartaz. Come here, come here.
I got eyes on the AA guns to the
Scotus.
northeast on top of the
You
tower.
are to lie right here. Do you understand? You're gonna lie on these stairs. You're not gonna move.
It's on the northeast side of mosque.
Fibry, are you aiming at a wall?
Wait, what?
You're aiming at a wall.
Yeah, you're aiming at
Wait.
a wall.
Yeah, I still have my sandbags and razor
Yeah,
wire.
you're not
Oh,
gonna hit anything
shit.
from there.
Oh yeah, can you
Not
use
a
your
nice
sandbags?
It's good to know that they're
Don't put it
staying
down, I
sane
don't know.
in the
I'm pretty
building.
Sure we can't deploy them within buildings.
Yeah, you can deploy them within links.
It'll block doorways. I'm
What
fairly
about the
certain
bottom
we
floor
can't do
though? What about the bottom floor blocking the entrance to this building? Go down razor wire.
that. That's definitely not allowed.
That's definitely.
Oh, good return fire from a skilled marksman in one of the reinforcing squads, possibly squad 4. Nice. Nicely done. They did take a casualty though, and now they're very sort of split up here. We have a few lone individuals in the surrounding buildings, but yeah, squad 4 lead is alone on the rooftop. The rest of his squad is in the building to his east, and we also have a Flaccid Walrus here, part of the reinforcing squad that arrived from the south. He has lost his buddy. So he's
taking over as SL for squad leader 3.
oh no.
Sirius is engaging them from this position.
Well, they know
Down
where we
to 3
are. I'm just
people.
firing back to try and
We're
kill
holding
them.
Scartaz, the HVT, inside the top floor of the building. You're gonna need to get
Yo,
us
they know where we
ASAP.
are for a while, so that's kind of why, you know, people have died.
Yes.
Okay, so the new lead of squad 3. That was close. Is requesting help now from squad 4, which is really the only other squad out there. The Brits have taken a lot of casualties trying to get to
Stay away from the window.
the stranded squad through here. We just lost another man in here.
Yeah, medic definitely
So
stay in cover.
the Brits are taking a lot of casualties. They're down to 5 people now in this building. And they were up to close to 10 guys in here after the reinforcements came in. So 5 men alive. Yeah, if you're by the windows, you're gonna go down.
Is he not allowed to bend himself?
HVT is
I don't believe so. Scartaz, you can't bandage yourself, can you? No, he can't.
For myself.
He's
that's a no.
targeted.
Technical east.
There's a technical outside.
Technical east.
Alright, guys, since we have to get you the fuck out of here, my squad lead's gonna try and come up with a plan to expel you guys out of here.
Does he know about the IED?
Okay, squad 4 is starting to show up now. They're gonna try and cross the street.
Squad leader 4, we have an IED on the first floor of our. We have a believed IED, a possible IED, on the first floor of our compound. Could be dangerous to enter.
Yeah, they need to.
See if we can take it
Although,
out.
it is possible that the IED, the person with the cell phone, the IED is dead. That's why it hasn't gone off yet.
Indeed. Yeah, the trigger man could be dead. But I can't find an IED. So, it could have been a fake. That is a machine gunner. He is not the trigger man. This here is a fighter with a G3. He is not the trigger man. And this person over here, I do believe, is just a regular fighter. So I don't think we have a trigger man present, which should make things easier on the British. But, of course, this is nothing they're aware of. This is not a certainty, so they still have to be very cautious. There's a lot of smoke now outside. They're actually marking the evac. Now they have about 15 minutes to complete the evacuation. Now they have to really focus. So we've got 3 insurgent fighters in the neighboring building. I think they're aware of their presence. They're going to put some suppressing fire on the windows. We have a... Oh, he's going to return back.
Ooh, he's shooting me, boys.
Yeah, that's gonna be a bad idea. Fuck.
Oh, okay, he jumped over. Yeah, I didn't see the animation myself either. This is an interesting standoff. 5 soldiers, including the unarmed lordship in the building. Or the unarmed officer, to be exact. Or to be more precise to the scenario. And we also have, well, a lot of insurgents, but not necessarily in a situation where they can affect the fighting near this building. Of course, we have 2 active AA guns nearby, but they're not going to affect anything down on the street level. And, well, there's an entire insurgent squad just east of Squad 3. They too are tasked with defending the AA gun, so we might see them in a static defensive position for quite some time. Perhaps Insurgent Command will allocate the remaining troops to lock down the stranded squad. I think that's actually what's going to happen right now. They need to reinforce the insurgents that are right now surrounding the building, preventing them from escaping. But if the Brits act quickly, here, they could potentially avoid the insurgent reinforcements. Although I don't think they're going to have time for it. I think the Brits are starting to realize that this is almost an impossible task. I think Squad 3 needs to actually break out. If they don't break out, the insurgent forces have to storm the building. So whatever goes down, a lot of action can be expected. I'm actually keeping an eye on the outside here because I just still think it gives everyone a better idea of what's going on. There's really nothing in particular that we can focus on yet. We have a few shooters back there to the east, targeting windows, but the Brits are staying out of harm's way. They've lost way too many people.
No, it's okay. He'll be caught in the window.
Discussing throwing the HVT off the roof.
But if we lose this because we decided that, hey, just jump off this building and see, and then it ends up he falls to his death, how's that gonna make us?
Obviously, that's a last resort.
Now they're discussing suicide before capture. Grubs here, squad lead in 4. Or of 4 is attempting, oh, he's actually a mini-me gunner.
I can hear you.
Oh, he can hear them now. But he's the last man.
Yeah, they're in the windows.
In Squad 4, so he is the only reinforcements alongside with a Flaccid Walrus that Squad 3 will get for the rest of this game. And that is a pretty daunting realization. We'll see if he can get in safely. Otherwise, if he does, well, the entirety of the British team is going to be held up in a building. So it might come down to the insurgents having to storm the building, which could give the Brits a victory. Honestly, not sure. What Cadus is doing here in the window is tricky. also quite dangerous. I'm not sure how he's confidently standing there. They know they've been taking casualties from insurgent shooters across the streets, so
I don't know what our method of extract is going to be here.
not sure what they're trying to do. They might try and get to a truck, or are they going to rush out?
And we might have to just run to US main or to UK main.
What is it?
Okay,
Two
my
ladies crossing.
idea is
Cross, cross.
because he's still out and about, him and the other guy could like look around.
This is HQ. Your mission is to defend Crossbow.
Understood. Thank you.
Alright guys, we're holding here under all circumstances. Our mission is to defend Crossbow. We've just been updated by admins.
I hear something. Movement.
Keep watching the stairs, keep watching the
Watch the
stairs.
stairs then.
Okay, we're just gonna hold here. If you guys can reinforce us, that'll be your objective. Understood? T-Grubs.
Okay, got it. Just watch the fucking thing.
Come on, you fucking bitch, come up here.
Hey, clear comms.
You might have heard
Just listen.
Yeah, that is actually T-Grubs across the street. Oh, he might.
Come up here, motherfucker. I'm gonna shoot you.
Dude, shut the fuck up.
Shut up. Shut up. Listen with your ears, not with your mouth.
There goes another soldier. They're down to 4 men in the building now. 3 armed. And 1 very scared. So, I'm not sure how, but the insurgents have somehow just been able to kill over half a dozen British soldiers by simply just, I don't know, catching them off guard. Spotting them through the windows and doors. Firing rockets and small arms.
Hiding in a corner like a little bitch. I don't care.
We also have a flaccid walrus here in the neighboring building. He isn't moving in. I think he sees a chance of surviving in the neighboring building, but not inside. I don't blame him. Everyone is just dying here, so... Oh, there goes another burst of AA fire. The other AA gun can just barely spot this building, so it should be able to fire too, but I don't think they need 2 AA guns to make any difference here. This squad is about as pinned as it gets. Oh, we might see some combat in here. This is something we want to focus on.
Directly under me.
Hey, don't go on the roof, don't go on the roof.
I just want to see if that AA gun.
Just letting
can
you
get
guys
up
know
here,
they're
because
under
if
me.
it can, it's
No,
not
you don't.
safe.
You're not peeking.
Okay.
It's fine until it happens. Just relax.
Grubs, did he spot him? Can Grubs spot the squad leader? Okay, interesting trade. Grubs brought 1 down, so he's dead. He's not going to be talking anymore. I think they're going to figure out that he died. But he brought 1 down before the squad leader quickly responded by turning around. I'm surprised he didn't get both. But 1 is better than none. A flaccid walrus is still pinned in the neighboring building. He's the only British soldier outside the building now. But what we're about to experience is some pretty intense building clearing action. We will have to find out if 4.5 British soldiers can win against what seems to be 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, possibly more. So they are outnumbered quite severely by possibly 4 to 5 times as many soldiers. So this is going to be absolutely brutal. You know what might just work the best is for the insurgents to sort of swarm them with manpower. If they do this in a sort of Thermopylae style, the Spartans upstairs might actually come out victorious.
They're moving in. I hear them.
Okay, clear comms, clear comms.
Are they really gonna leave me alone in here?
If I were him, I'd
Hey, shush.
show up to support.
Yeah,
Oh, look at them entering the building. That is so freaking cool. They are doing this tactically and clever. Look at that. They're moving up now to the next floor. Oh, this is freaking awesome!
Nearby.
Okay, boys. I don't think we need silhouettes for this one.
Damn, those noise.
Actually, I think we do, because it's so hard to see otherwise. It's good to get an idea. Actually, I think we'll be fine like this.
Lord, help me.
Okay, Saeem. Oh, shit!
Oh, Jesus.
That's G3 to the face. Holy shit. This is spooky.
Scartaz, are you the only one left? Nah.
No.
No. Shush, shush, shush.
Pin. Pin.
Nade, 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 nade.
Oh, here they come. Oh, fuck!
Shit, shit, shit.
Counter-nading! Good job!
Get up. Jesus.
No insurgents down. There's a lot of smoke. We can't see anything. They're literally pinned in between the rooftop. Oh, no. Oh, no.
That didn't work.
No, run,
Grenade.
nade, get back.
We're good, we're good.
The Earl is still alive.
Scar, it's just me and you.
I think this is it, man.
It probably is.
Oh, my God! He brought down 3 of them. Oh, is that a flaccid walrus? He's coming up behind.
That's it. It's clear. I fucking
Oh my
blew up the
God,
back. They're
what?
dead. It's clear. It's clear. It's clear. It's clear.
It's not clear, dude.
We might live.
It's clear.
There's more coming up, though.
It's not clear.
Walrus is now down.
Reload. Flaccid.
I
Scar.
put you in my panties.
Scar, if we make out of this, I want you to know I love you.
I love you, man.
We're gonna die.
Well, the insurgents lost a surprising number trying to get to the 4th and a half floor.
You know, the only upside to this situation is that I have a sidearm.
Okay.
Shut up, you're not bleeding. You're not allowed to be dead.
Oh, if I were him, I'd stay there, honestly. Maybe even crawl up a tiny bit more. But right now... Why is that guy using binoc? I'm not sure that is. That's probably just a glitch. He's actually holding his weapon. So, we'll ignore that for a minute. And there's like another
They're coming.
half a dozen insurgents coming in as well now. But honestly, before things kick off again, you know, Vindication dropped 3 insurgents in the stairs here while defending Scartaz, the HVT, and Flaccid Walrus came up from below and dropped, I think, at least 1 or 2 insurgents. But it's just not enough when you're up against 3 to 4 times as many soldiers, especially when half of your team right now can't even use a gun. I wish they could allow him to use a sidearm. The Glock, that would be cool. But
probably
yeah,
just gonna execute you ceremoniously. You may want to kill yourself.
it'd be funny if you ran off the roof.
I'm sorry, I'll do my best.
I'm getting my head.
Wait, is this the... Oh, PPSH?
Probably.
Oh! He dropped 1. Wait.
Oh god, I'm bleeding.
That's him. They just ran past him. They thought he was dead. Possibly not the most clever insurgents. But GG, what an amazing game. Hope you guys enjoyed, and hopefully I'll see you for round 2.